to head back into Aethergarde by night.
I can't see the invite on TTS.
My bad. Let me invite you. Where last time we played, your party headed back into the main drag of the street fair activities, and you met Vandrel, the party host, the fair host, who was also the figure that the doves were flying to.
Right.
After meeting and having a conversation with him, he told you guys about some activities that were going on, and he invited your party to the feast at the end of the last bit of darkness before the solstice ends and the sky brightens. Yeah, he invited you guys to like the big feast. And then while Dare and V went to that special resting tent that you guys found to use their long rests for the course of the fair, because V was still pretty messed up from that fight in the freak pits. The rest of you visited Hearse and Harrow because it was a tavern marked by a dove, in which the party listened to one Dorian Devine Davos, a traveling bard, sing the Pale Lullaby, who also happened to be an old acquaintance of Phil, who's traveled many areas of the world for a person at this time period. And he actually sat with you guys a bit afterwards and chatted. I think during that chat was when V and Dare came back. And then right. Dorian kind of said, well, that was the last song on my set, and I'm going to go and explore the street fair, but I hope we'll meet again on the road or whatever, because he's always traveling around and performing. And you guys ended up having the conversation with Esme at the bar, and it turned out she was also dealing in magic items because she was something of a alchemist and a witch. And I believe you guys picked up the Wiccan candle and the forgetfulness potion and the masterwork mortar and pestle were all grabbed. Let's see. On your way, after leaving the Hearse and Harrow, there was like some strange... I'm pretty sure you guys were drawn in by some strange activity in one of the buildings, right? Because you ended up like getting split up.
The next thing I remember after the bar was us stumbling across a body or hearing like screams.
Yes. And it was you guys rushed into a vampire attack. Or at least what you believe to be, based upon the wounds and such, a vampire attack. And I think a couple of you were up on the roofs. I
think...
as you guys came upon the scene of the crime, also, a trio of detectives came upon the scene of the crime. And franchises converged into one greater world. Can't wait for our Civil War session.
Oh God, the detectives are going to need a massive power up to do anything in that.
I was thinking the same thing.
Someday. I guess I would say an uneasy alliance was struck after some words and drawn weapons.
Mm-hmm. I remember Carr was prepared to assassinate his other half.
I was. Carr was
at a moment's notice.
I was gonna kill my secondary character. I would have been making the new guy.
Yes. Sorry, Jesse and I found a weird mechanical thing that we basically have to fix.
No
on the
sweat.
fly because it will not.
It's fine. I don't see the problem.
No, it's definitely a goof. I think it has to change, but I don't know what it's got to change to. And the party split with evidence at the scene, more evidence at the scene, directing, suspicions towards a couple different locations. One was an orphanage, or something that had been called an orphanage, and the other was the Waltz Medical Clinic. So
We had found some tracks that we were hoping led back to the orphanage, right? Because we
Yes.
didn't get the name or anything of the orphanage.
you were continuing to chase that figure you had seen.
Okay, yeah.
So Philium, Silas, Bernard, Bill, and Max went after that person. And while that was happening, Dare V and Cartin formed a little trio and headed off to the Waltz Medical Clinic. Are you guys chatting about anything? It's a few blocks. So you're kind of having to cut through. You're cutting between dark, lonely alleys and these larger lanes where the crowds are still filling from the street fair. The large clock tower in Bethel Hill that stands over the cemetery shows it's pretty close to midnight. We're almost turning over to the next day at this point.
Hey, Dad, when you first turned into a vampire, did you have, an uncontrollable thirst?
It was not uncontrollable. I have not been in that state yet, although I have regularly fed. So
I was just wondering if this is, maybe a fresh-turned vampire who's just, can't satiate his thirst or something.
although that said, I did indulge where I normally wouldn't have just a little while ago. It wasn't an uncontrollable thirst. It was more of a I felt like I should, if that makes sense.
I guess. Because I was just thinking, those other guys that we talked to outside the Lamplighters, they weren't or the Darklighters. They weren't, it didn't seem like they'd be this open or about killing people in the street. Though maybe they go wild during the solstice.
Well, it very well could be. As I said, I did indulge recently. Where I normally wouldn't have. It could be stronger for different of my kind. Perhaps it's stronger with age or with less age.
What do you think this feast thing is?
That I could not say.
Hope they have brains.
Well, for your sake, I hope they do as well.
As you're turning the corner at the end of the last block, you see the arch doorway that leads into the Waltz Medical Clinic, and you see two figures standing outside of the door. They appear to be messing with it, like it's probably locked on the inside, and they're trying to figure out how to get in. And I'm going to let these two figures describe themselves. What he's got.
I can go first. So the person you see is a guy that's kind of he's got a walking stick in his hand. He's kind of poking the door and he takes the lock and rattles it, and it's puts a hand on his hip and like holds the staff. And you turn around, you'd see kind of like a weathered face. He's kind of tall, like 6 foot. He's got a weathered face, a little bit of sadness in his eyes, kind of long, medium length, not long, medium length black hair that's kind of messy. And he's wearing just traveler's clothes, boots, long coat, strapped up with different, belts and sashes and stuff with gear on it and trinkets and stuff. And then he's got a small shield on one of his wrists, like a little buckler that's attached to the wrist. Yeah, and in like a dark black coat.
What are other? Yeah, okay,
The other is an older man, hunched over a bit, leaning heavily on his staff, but still only a few inches shorter than his companion. He wears old, tattered gray robes with a cloak thrown over them, with a gold medallion around his neck. And he's flipping through an old, battered book with a dark brown leather cover, in his other held in his other arm.
I'll whisper to Dari, should I go beat him up?
Dare, as you're watching them kind of struggle with this door, you are 100% holding the key in like one of your pockets to the door.
Car's gonna zip up into a hiding place like normal, if possible, and try and just approach them silently.
V, let's go say hello, actually. If they make any offensive move against us, by all means, introduce them to your forearms. But until that point...
Like say hello, right? He's holding up his fists.
more like punch them a lot.
Yeah. Okay.
Just walk up behind these two figures.
My staff will start. I'll look down at my staff and it'll be glowing. I'll say, odd.
Yes.
This glows very similar to Jensen's sword.
It is odd, is it not? To find two people entering another's business.
Oh. Well, that would be why this is glowing. And he's like looking up at at V. If it's any consolation, we didn't mean to break in. We were just hoping that maybe, well, you were in there and couldn't hear us.
Do you need a doctor?
We need a particular doctor.
And to my dead feet.
Hold on, dog aggro.
The other man doesn't seem to have heard the conversation and just keeps flipping through his book and muttering to himself. And he says, I could have sworn I scribbled down that liturgy of unlocking in here somewhere.
Well, we're not gonna need that. And I like tap your shoulder a little bit harder than I meant to.
Sorry, what's that?
I think we found the people we were trying to find. People we were trying to investigate, at least.
The old man will slowly turn around and say, "Ah, you must be the doctor," and he'll crook one finger at you.
I am a doctor. Who are you?
You are the doctor that works at this clinic, yes?
Dr. Waltz.
Well,
Am I
it is
correct?
true that I work here. I also own it. So tell me why I should not get constables to arrest you for trying to break in.
Just the men we're looking for. Isn't that fortunate?
It may have looked like
why
we
would
were
we
going to
get
break
constables?
in. We are associated with the Darklighters. I'm pretty sure. At least a couple of you have had dealings with us. We are here because we heard something happened in this area, and we know that your team of individuals, and he'll like look up at V again, is has done some good, and we thought we might, you know, see what was going on.
Are you talking about the werewolf?
Well, we were in the catacombs when all of you took them down, or whatever you did to make them leave.
So let's be clear, you are now okay with us, whereas previously you were not.
Well, and he'll look up at Vegan and he'll say, there's a reason leadership didn't want us working directly with you. That monster hunter you had with you has a little bit more, some interesting views. And there's like a intense and hard look in his eyes at you, V, like specifically.
Why is your staff glowing when the other guy's sword didn't?
Yeah. I must not think you're an ally, like he did.
Oh, it goes off of what you think? I figured it just like sensed what people were.
There's nuance to it.
Jensen learned how to like use his connection with it to abate the effect so that he could still use it for its usefulness while not having you guys accidentally trigger it. But that took him some time and practice, so.
Gotcha.
His weapon, I assume that his scimitar was ordained. Was it not? Why was his
Ordained?
sword not?
It
Yes.
glowed around monsters.
But it didn't glow around you.
I don't think so. Maybe in the beginning.
What we saw. Well, let's take
But
this
there are
into
other
the
monsters
front room.
around when we met, so I don't know.
Can't say I understand that. But if he was willing to work with you, I'm willing to work with you.
Well, let's take this into my office, huh?
Yes. Oh, apologies. My name is Naji Usam. This is but a place I have ended up and not where I am originally from.
Got
I'm
it.
called Alrin the Beneficent. It's a pleasure to meet you, Doctor. And your rather imposing friend.
I'll look up to the rooftops and go, Bar, I don't think we're gonna have to kill him yet.
Understood. He lowers down next to them.
Oh, my.
He like spindles down from the grappling hooks like a marionette.
Yes, I don't think killing should be necessary at present.
How disappointing.
Although I reserve the right later, and he's shaking his staff at you.
Are you an animated doll of sorts? He'll kind of like look. He like reach down and look at you, Cart.
V will chuckle and go, he called you a doll.
I am not a doll.
He seems like more of a puppet, wouldn't you say?
I am not a puppet.
That's what I meant. That's what I meant.
I am a Clockwork Automaton Reaper. Iteration 10.
Yes.
Reaper would imply death.
That I will kill you, yes.
Fascinating.
Well,
I don't think you've been covered in the liturgy yet. I have some people I'll need to tell about this.
His eyes kind of narrow at the mention of telling people about him.
I've never encountered a being like you before. That's all. Pardon my rudeness.
We seem to attract weird people.
Quite.
The old man shuffles up to Carr and like taps at his chest with the top of his quarterstaff. Fascinating. Are you just metal all the way through?
He doesn't respond. His eyes just narrow again to tiny beads as he stares at the old man.
The old man shrugs, taps him one more time, and then says, Now, Doctor, I believe you were going to bring us into your office. I wouldn't mind a chair after walking all the way over here.
Let's see what we can do. I'll lead him in to my office, and then I'll sit down at my desk.
Okay, wait. You unlock the front door. That's going to lead into a reception hall.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The door unlocks just fine. It swings open, and you're greeted by the reception hall. So let's start there, and then we'll build outwards. Where is... There it is. There's another hall that leads into the 2 exam rooms, and there's another door in this room that leads into the sick hall, which is where you have like a bunch of beds, basically, when you've got people like laid out being treated by multi-care employees. You have an office past the exam rooms in like the private offices, and then you've also got your like really private office that's like at the top of the tower steeple of the building. Okay, so as you guys enter this room, a dim light is cast through the open windows at the backside of this chamber. It's that hollow light that's flickering out of the ring of the solstice and the moons and the sun aligning. And it's kind of stretched and spaced by gas lamps on the walls. The long reception desk is empty and quiet. There should always be an attendant here when you guys are open, but you're a little past right now. Usually there's somebody still buzzing around here because there's people that do night care, obviously. On the outside of the desk, you see the sprawled corpse of one of your surgeons. His name was Arthur. His faded garments are drenched in a brown blood from an attack that probably happened a few hours earlier. Remnants of professionalism given way to kind of this creepy, still air and this sense of dread that kind of builds through your party. What would all of you like to do?
Car's going to activate his heat sensors and start scanning within the 2 range bands.
I'm gonna check on Arthur.
Sure. As you
I'm
move
going
up,
to stick close to Dari.
as you move up to Arthur, go ahead and do a wits study, and you could use any kind of medical knowledge bonuses you have on this as well. As the 2 of you approach that desk, Darklighters, you see at the far end of the desk, there's a scalpel with a broken handle that's jammed a note into the countertop, and there's a door that leads into like a reception office that's cracked partially open with what looks like a foot hanging out of it. Like a maid's heel. So there's probably a body in there, too.
I'm going to assume that neither of these bodies were here last time you were here.
They were not.
I will brandish the bow staff and creep towards that room where the foot's sticking out, and I will, when it gets to my turn again, do something. I'm gonna like throw the door open. And
Daria, what'd you get on your test?
13.
13. All right, that is going to notice everything about the corpse. Yes, this is definitely Arthur. He's laid up kind of brutally. It looks like something or someone tore into the flesh at the front of him, like biting and clawing through his clothing and like ripping him open. It also appears that at the center of his skull, he had some kind of heavy metal point jammed into his head. It reminds you of kind of like a makeshift spear tip wound. And because of your medical knowledge and how well you rolled, you would also be able to tell from studying the pooled blood and the splash of the scene, like forensically, that it seems like what happened to you was he fell against the reception desk once as he was being torn open. And then at some point, he tried to get up, and something speared his head to take him back down again.
Do I pick up any heat sources?
Nope.
Alrund would have
What?
shuffled up behind the doctor as he's examining the body and say, My, how horrendous. Some sort of monster, one assumes?
Well, based on the wounds on his chest, it was a monster of some kind, but in the forehead here, looks like a spear to me. This wound here was definitely intentional by someone who uses tools. Not necessarily a monster. Perhaps someone controlling one.
A spear monster, you say? I've never heard of such a thing.
I'm going to
I
whisper
told
to
him.
Dari, I think he thinks everything is a monster.
Just go with it for now.
I did not detect any heat sources within the immediate area, Doctor. We are alone.
As that conversation's happening, Najee, you push open that door, and there's a corpse of a nurse laying there. And past her, there's a little desk with some like record-keeping books and stuff that have kind of been like tossed and turned around the room, like there was a struggle in here. There's a little potted plant. That pot's now broken and kind of like smashed into the corner with like a half-dead kind of green front end fallen out onto the ground as well.
Car's gonna retrieve the plant.
Sure.
From our encounters with werewolves previously, does it look like the claw and biting could be werewolf?
It's not as medically, it doesn't seem as like efficient. It seems more like blunt and traumatic and slow. Like something that isn't even really like well designed to attack this way was like tearing this person open, and it probably took a while for them to die. Whereas a werewolf would have like ripped out their throat
For sure.
and killed them and then feasted on them.
Yeah, I mean, I'll knock on through the door, and then I'll hear the Carten say that we're alone, and he'll kind of like take one look around the room and kind of untense, and just put the staff, like hold the staff in one hand again, and look at anything that might be on the desk in here that was close to the body.
Go ahead and make a wisdom or wits and study test for me. Highest target number is going to be 12.
Yeah, and I'll from the other room I'll say, "It is unfortunate. Your one of your nurses has met an unfortunate end, Doctor."
When I hear that and Card saying that it's all clear, I'd go into the patient area and see if there's any more bodies in the rest of the clinic.
As you approach the double doors that you have to kind of like crank down on the handles of to open, you would see that somebody took like heavy straps of like leather and like hastily tied the handles closed.
I think there might be people alive back here.
All right, Car's gonna follow V.
Car, this is
Yeah.
within 2 range bands.
Okay.
You've
Can
not
I
detected any heat sources other than
can I
oil lamp.
place the plant in like a clean chamber pot?
Sure.
Kind of set it in there like he's, and then he'll move after V and retract his blades.
What did you ask, Dari?
I was asking V if he could open up the door. Like, if the
Yeah,
the
sure.
lines
I'll
were
just-
too tough.
I'll shove it open with all my strength.
It looks like to you, you're probably going to need to like tear the
Can
straps off, which you could definitely try to do.
I could just cut it for you, V.
As they approach this, Dari, you pass that note that the scalpel shoved into the countertop, and you'd be able to read it. as that's happening, the two of you move up. You start to pull on those straps, and then Carr just slices the blade through, and the doors swing open to the sick hall.
I'm going to continue to scan for heat sources.
Just oil lanterns. However, as you step up through that doorway after the doors swing open and Dari's behind all of you, like lifting the note to read it, you would hear as throughout the chamber, still as death, bodies start to writhe and rise into view.
Friends of yours, V?
No. I've never met anybody else like me.
God, do they have heat?
They do not. They don't, right, Matt?
Do they have what?
Heat sources coming from them.
No, they do
Yeah.
not.
They are not alive.
I don't think I've ever asked, do I have a heat source when he looks through heat vision?
Nope.
I would assume I don't either.
You sure do not.
Sweet.
I knew it. Monsters.
This is supposed to have a lot of tension, but then Jesse made his character. And now I'm just laughing my ass off. All right, the rest of you see all of these zombies rising and starting to shuffle towards the doorway from where you are behind in that previous room.
I'll charge the nearest
Let's roll
zombie.
initiative.
Yeah.
Except you don't roll initiative. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
My initiative is a 4.
My initiative
As soon as-
is a 2.
As soon as we notice that the corpses are moving, can I cast Blessing on James' character?
Sure.
What was your name again, Jesse?
Allrend.
Allrend. Okay.
Allrend and Najee.
Also for you guys, because we're going into a combat, I have an ability. Each creature that can see and hear you within 3 range bands of your location gains a bonus to their tests that use defend, equal to your wits or wisdom, whichever's higher. So y'all get a +2 if you're within 3 range bands of me to defend tests. That might be relevant.
Sweet.
Apparently, everyone's getting a +2 because these 2 rooms total are basically 3 range bands.
Okay. A resonance of leadership.
All right, and I think you guys are going first as well. What's the Monster Hunters initiatives?
3.
3,
1.
1. Oof. Actually, I'm going first. As you guys step through the door, V, you feel the hands of a zombie on the ground as it just kind of like lurches forward from out of nowhere in classic zombie movie fashion. And he lurches towards you, and he claws at your legs, and I need you to make a brawn or agility and defend test for me. I rolled a 12.
I rolled a 7 with the +3.
Perfect. That is 4 slashing damage.
No slashing damage.
Yep, and 2 more shuffle towards you. Carr, as they do, you see them reaching over and grabbing like rods and just like whatever they can use as weapons and like lifting them into the air as they swing in at you. And I need you to make 2 defend tests for me. Let's kick up this music a notch.
First one's a 10.
All right, you dodge the
Second one's an
side
11.
and the broken piece of metal that it's swinging at you rings off one of the bedposts, and then the other one swings across and hits you in the chest for 3 bludgeoning damage. At the back of the group, you see a zombie that's in like a doctor's kind of like outfit step back and draw a scalpel from its coat as it starts to step forward, and then you see a nurse also stepping back and like grabbing some equipment and arming herself. And who would like to go?
I'll go if you're okay with that, Car.
Yeah, go for it, man. I didn't take any damage from that, thankfully, but I've been hit already. So just FYI, I'm gonna try and kind of hide out behind you.
I kind of figured this
is like a narrative fight, so feel free to like make up cover to dodge behind in the room and stuff.
Carl hop onto one of the gurneys.
Sure.
And kind of let it start to move him out of the range of the other one.
Yeah, you hop on the gurney and it starts to slide away from the other ones. V, what are you doing?
I'm gonna grab the one that tried to hurt me and just kind of grab him by the head and like shove his head into the corner of a desk or something. Try and harm the brain. I rolled a 15 for... I don't know if you want me to do a grapple first and then an attack, but 15's for whatever's first up.
That's your attack, shoving its head into the wall. That is a hit. How much damage did you do?
I deal 3... I think I still deal 3. Hold on. 3 strikes. Yeah. 3 damage.
You slam that one's skull into the desk and it collapses to the ground and just twitches and goes still.
I will then grab the next one closest to me and do the exact same thing.
Cool.
I'll just start trying to accumulate a pile of corpses near me. 13 for the second one.
13, yep, that's another hit and another zombo that you take down.
Sweet. Those are my 2 attacks. I'll just kind of start wading forward so that the zombies will focus me first.
Sure, more of them are going to move up on you as they lurch and bite at you. Go ahead and make 3 defend tests for me.
17 on the first one.
You shove the first one back and it falls prone on the ground.
19 on the second one.
You catch the other one's hand and you throw it over that first one. They're like stacked in front of you trying to get back up, but like fumbling on each other.
And 17 on the third one.
You block the last one's attack as well. All right,
rolled really fucking good there.
Who's up, squad?
I'd probably step into action, and I'd be using the bow staff, and I would jump at the nearest one, make an attack on him. Yeah, I'm gonna twirl the staff above my head once. So obviously I've done some martial arts training or some of the sort, and I'm gonna like slam it into the stomach of the nearest zombie and making them hopefully keel over a little bit. And my actual attack is gonna be to slam it down on top of their heads.
Roll your attack.
I got a 14.
Crit.
Excellent. I do my staff does radiant damage. So
you bash in that zombie's skull.
As it hits, you see just a little bit of snap of like yellowish white light every time the staff makes contact with the zombie. For anybody who's looking, I think that's all I'm gonna do then.
Now that you've entered the combat, a couple of zombies are going to lurch up on you.
They
lurch forward and they shove a gurney in your direction. Go ahead and make an agility defend to try to dodge it. Or you can make a brawn defend to try to hit it back at them.
I would rather do that.
Let's do that.
That'd be sick.
Your target number is a 10.
Uh, 18.
18. You knock it back, and it knocks both of these zombies prone in the corner. They're like pinned under the gurney as it flips. And then one more is gonna lurch forward up to here, and it's gonna just like lurch out and try to bite at you. Go ahead and make one more defend for me.
I'm gonna try to parry it.
Sure. Use a reaction.
Uh, 14 again.
All right. Yeah, you parry that one away.
It deals. This one is the perfect parry strike, so I think it deals 1 damage.
Yep, sure does. That zombie's still up, but it looks slightly stunned. All right, who wants to
does-
go for the
Can
PC?
Car jump in this?
Is it radiant?
It is radiant, yeah.
Cool. Yeah, Car can jump into this.
All right, so Car's going to launch a grappling hook into one of the far walls and use it to drag him on the gurney, surfing across the room.
Sure.
And I will take a swipe at one of the zombies along the way, and then launch a my concealed launching blade out of my wrist at another one.
I like that Daria and Arend are just like standing in the doorway, like, oh man, this escalated quickly.
All right. I'm sorry, this is not the perfect parry that does damage. Just as I just don't take any damage myself.
16 for the slash.
Okay, how much damage is that?
That is 2 minus 3 armor.
Yeah, and the zombie goes down. You just puncture its head as you fly past it.
And the other one is a 21 to hit with the
Yep, that hits.
blade.
That's actually
That one's the same thing. 2
20.
minus.
Yeah. Alright. These last 4 zombies move up. 2 of them rush the gurney and they shove it hard, and you kind of like have to skid off of it to your feet as they flip it over. And then the remaining 2 dive after you, biting and clawing at you. And I need 2 defend tests.
Am I getting that bonus? Am I in range from?
Yeah, you're still within range of him.
All right. That's 17 to dodge,
Yep. You dodge that first one. One more.
and that one's a 24 to dodge.
Yeah. You knock him back as you
Double
dodge out of the
12.
way. Him. And as we cut to the 2 of you that are watching, you would hear a soft, and you would see the maid has risen behind the counter and is starting to Jesse roll the 2 of you from behind.
The namesake's here too.
It had to be done.
It's true. It's been a while since it happened, so
It has been a while.
Quotas must be met.
Auron, Dare would like
Quotas must be met.
when you gotta go.
You're a monster hunter, no? I'll just gesture towards the zombie for you to go attack it.
Go get him, old man.
Oh, come on. Here it is. Okay. I'll run. We'll seem to get agitated and say, another one! Die, foul beast! And he will raise his staff over his head and shake it, and it will start to glow brightly, and then he'll swing it to point directly at the zombie, and a beam of light will shoot out. And I'll cast Hard Light Beam at the zombie.
Okay, dope.
So I'm making a power check against its agility to defend, I believe.
Yeah, yep. Yep, and you probably crit because it rolled terrible.
Well, I got a 6.
6? Well, you hit.
Cool. 2 wounds, and it's radiant.
Radiant. Alright. The zombie maid is destroyed. And that just leaves Dare, because all of my turns have gone.
And that was not Arthur, correct?
That was not Arthur.
And Arthur
Arthur
is
is
not
still
still-
on the ground. Yep. Arthur is still on the ground.
I imagine in my toolkit I have
Mhm.
at least some kind of knife in there.
You definitely do.
Seeing that zombies are popping up, I'm going to cut Arthur's head off as fast as I can before he starts moving.
Sure, go ahead and rush over there and make a wits coordination test for me. Do a little surgery. You could also duck into the room and grab like a bone saw if you want.
Oh yeah, I'll do that since we're in the office anyway. That's a 15.
Alrend, you stand back and you cast the beam of light, and as you're doing that, you see him go into the nurse's office, and as that zombie collapses to the ground in front of the nurse's office door, he steps back out with a bone saw, just walks over to the other corpse and starts sawing the head off.
Wise. Fighting the monster before it can fight you.
Well, Yasa.
All right, top of the next round. I get to go. So I'm gonna have some zombies attack, and I'm gonna need all three of my intrepid heroes in this room here to make a defend test for me, as each of you has a zombie lurch out to strike you.
You get a +2.
See the two that were pinned under the gurney throwing it to the side as they rise to their feet as well.
I got a 12.
22. I rolled max.
Yes, you did not get hurt, because I could not possibly roll that. I did beat the 12 though, Car, and you take 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
Thankfully, Car does not incur any damage. She weasels out of it somehow.
Holy
Did
shit!
I
I
crit
rolled
on my
max.
defend?
What did you say?
Did I crit on my defend?
You did, actually. Would you like a boon? Would you like
I'd
to...
love.
You auto-grapple him.
Sweet.
So you're going to have him grappled at the start of your turn.
Sweet.
What did you get, Mr. Monster Hunter?
I also rolled max, so it's be 24.
You crit as well. You get a boon too. I'm going to say that when you block with the bow staff, you swing it back around, you hit him in the head, and you stun him. So attacks on that zombie are going to be easy for you.
All right.
That is my first set of turns. Who would like to go?
I'll go if you guys are cool with that.
Go for it.
I'll take this zombie I have grappled and keep it pinned in 2 of my hands, and then grab the one next to it with my other 2 hands. And I'm just gonna smash their heads together to try and
Okay, sure.
make them kill each other.
That's going to require your attack and your offhand attack.
Yeah, I figured.
Go ahead and make your attack roll.
That is 21.
Yeah, you slam their heads together and crush their skulls against each other.
And then I'll move. I still got this one behind me, don't I?
Yeah, you still got one other one that's kind of like bracing you right now.
Okay, I'll stay where I'm at and prepare to grab him to throw him at the doctor or the nurse or something next turn.
All right, cool. Because each of you are going to get another attack this round from one of the surrounding zombies. So I need each of you to make another defend for me.
15.
You block that one away.
I
got a
rolled.
10.
I
missed
rolled
you, unfortunately.
2 8s again, so
Oh,
24.
wow. 24. It's another crit for you, and all of you succeeded in blocking. So you get another stun on another one in front of you.
All right.
Why don't you go ahead, since you've already stunned 2 of them?
Yeah, could I have line up enough where I can hold the bow staff flat and like smack both their faces with it at once, since I've got them
You can
stunned?
try. I'm going
I'll
to say
try.
that would normally be difficult, though, so it's going to be an even roll.
Technically, actually, I forgot about this. Undead. My favorite enemy is undead, so I already have them easy there too. So
Okay. So then it would be easy.
you know. Uh, 15.
You crush the skulls of those two and bring them to the ground.
I'll stomp on one with my task.
Sure.
That's it.
To kill. Alright. I've got 3 zombos left. They're all pretty much around Car, though. So They're gonna lurch around Carr and make some attacks. Carr, you're gonna drop into a succession of defend tests here. 3 for me to be exact.
First one is a 14.
You dodge underneath the slashing fingers. Another one leaps forward, trying to bite at the metal of your body.
Second one's a 14.
Yep, you dodge to the side on him as well, and they kind of like stumble out closer to your allies.
And the last one's a 12.
And the last one blocks as well. Still there. Who wants to go?
Can I try to take these two out? Can Carr grapple to the ceiling? I'm just going to launch myself up to the ceiling and then drop down upside down and just kind of go into a spin with my blades out.
Sure.
Kind of like a ceiling fan from hell.
Make your attacks.
You invented the ceiling fan and the ceiling fan from hell all in the same.
16 for one.
Take that one. You
And
slice
14.
open that one's skull, and some brain like slides out as it collapses. The 14 also takes down the other one.
And then I'll just try and flip back onto my feet before I hit the ground if possible.
Alright, that leaves a couple zombies. 3 zombies shuffling in between them as we go to Dare and Alrin's turns. The two of you can kind of do this however you want, because I don't have any turns left.
How far is a range band? How far can we move here?
Yeah, you can get into the next room with a range band.
Could I get like here?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. After taking down the first zombie, Alrin is going to turn back towards the ward and say, "Those monsters won't know I hit them." And he's going to hobble into the next room hurriedly, and then he's just going to sort of unconcernedly walk past the violence that's happening as other people are killing zombies, and then get past V and James, and then he's just going to raise his staff and say, "You shall burn with all your kind," and then shoot another beam of light at the 2 zombies in front of him.
Cool. This character's hilarious. No one expected the Spanish Inquisition, bro.
12.
12, that hits both of them. How much radiant damage is that?
2.
Appears very effective. Leaving just one zombo up. Dare, what are you doing?
I'm gonna look for the patient list out in the nurses
Sure.
area.
Good.
And-
Yeah, you start investigating the table and you do find like the entry list.
Yeah, and I'm gonna try and start figuring out who's who, and not really dealing with the last zombie and let everybody else
Sure.
do it.
Sure. As you walk in this room, we just see V punching the last zombie out, basically, and crushing it. And the room goes quiet and the bodies go still.
I'll spit on one. I'll say, "Disgusting, vile creatures."
This is probably the most. This is probably the largest zombie outbreak either of you that you have seen since like that cotton mill zombie outbreak in '84 that the Darklighters had to deal with over like a month. So this isn't good news for sure.
Yeah. I'll say I haven't seen this many in one place since he'll kind of he'll trail off.
Is he 4, was it?
What makes a zombie?
The lack of respect for death.
No, I mean, like, what makes them come back to life? after they died.
Necromancy. The foulest kind of black magic.
So somebody has to like cast a spell on them.
In my experience, that is
Right.
usually how it works.
Never mind.
I mean, they're pretty weak. I don't know why anybody would want to make any of these.
Well,
Hold
you
up.
are not wrong, but in great enough numbers, they can be quite the nuisance.
Also, there's very
Really?
obviously different levels of undead, considering that you seem much, much stronger than any of these.
Yeah, these were pretty weak. I don't think it'd be too much of a trouble if these got out. Everybody should be able to defend themselves against these things.
I
I'll
killed
just kind
4.
of kick one of the corpses.
How many did you kill, V?
I killed 5.
Oh, you got me by 1. He looks around to
Sweet.
see if there's any more zombies.
There's a closet off to the side that's been jammed shut.
He'll go fish in there with the blade retracted, ready to stab something.
It's been jammed shut. You're gonna like pry it open with something.
Oh, hold on, I'll help you, Car. I'll go pry it open while he prepares to stab a zombie if it's in there.
You pry open the shelf, and a few like random like tools and medical instruments clatter out as the doors spring open, along with a what is essentially a health kit item, but it's a healing poultice in this setting. Whoever has it could spend their deed to use it on themselves or another creature, and it would remove 2 health wounds.
Darn. No zombies.
Nice.
I'm gonna start.
Maybe there's some back in the office.
Yeah, Car's just going to start fishing around for zombies because he's got to try to even the odds.
There's another door at the back of the room that leads to like a storage closet that's currently closed, and then also if you go back through reception, there's that other door that leads into the exam room hall.
I'm gonna start counting heads against the patient list and those people that I know that work here, and see if we can account for everybody.
Sure. So you stay in here and you start doing that. Car goes to that closet in the back, I guess.
Sure.
What is everybody else doing?
I'll head towards Starry's office.
Okay, that would be through the exam rooms.
Okay, then I'm headed to the exam room.
Darklighters. Cannot hear
Push
you.
to talk.
Muted.
Alrind will begin going around and performing some sort of blessing or prayer over each of the corpses.
Sure.
While he's doing that, I'm going to, because I'm good at tracking monsters, I'm going to see if there's any evidence that something else like left the room, like whether that's the handle of these zombies, a more sophisticated zombie, or a different monster, that kind of thing.
Make a wisdom study test for me. The target number is going to be 10.
And those are easy because I do have monster tracker featured.
When you reach the closet door, you feel weight on it, like it might be blocked from the other side. Carton.
He looks back and sees if he's anywhere nearby. If not, then he'll start to try and see if he can't use his cables to create some kind of a pulley to give himself some additional strength and use his own body weight to try and rip the door open.
That's just reminding me of like Monkey D. Luffy from One Piece. He's got the rubber man. Just line up, cannon back.
That's fine.
Go make an athletics test.
Sure.
We're on athletics. It's going to be against a target number 10. V, as you walk across, here to the other door through reception, you end up in the exam room hall. As you enter the exam room hall, those long, forlorn kind of paint-chipped walls seem to almost stretch and bend. You feel this just kind of slight surge of weakness through your form. Like that hemomancy, that blood that's always boiling seems to slow slightly, and like all your limbs and everything about your body just feels lethargic. It's this kind of like uneasy split moment of stomach turning negativity that dies out almost as fast as you enter, just as you hear the soft swing and dong of a grandfather clock at the end of the hall hitting midnight. The 2 exam room doors are shut on either side, and then across in the middle of this hall on the opposite side is the door to the private offices.
Yeah, 13 on my check, Matt.
Yeah, you yank open that door. Inside you find kind of like a still square space that's stacked with crates and barrels of supplies. Do you want to start rooting around?
Yeah, I'm gonna engage my heat vision as well and see if I can scan the room for any heat sources.
You do pick up a heat source. It's all the way at the back, hiding behind the largest barrels.
Come up now, and I will not kill you.
You see 2 or 3 figures step out of the back, a surgeon and a couple of nurses standing defensively behind him as he holds up his hands.
Are there any zombies with you?
No, we locked ourselves in here.
That is unfortunate.
We thought we could just run past them. They're kind of slow, but the large one,
The large one?
Yes. There's one much larger than the rest wandering around, and it just seems unstoppable.
There is one more. He darts off after that one, and he'll pass V and say, there's a big one.
As you run back out into that room, V's already gone, but you would run past Najee, who's searching around. And Najee, you have, in fact, found a very big set of blueprints, like unnaturally large. Like this person.
I was gonna say, I got a 10 on my check.
This person's got to be like 7 or 8 feet tall.
I'm gonna look over, like lean out the doorway and look at what V has on first, just to confirm that it's not probably the same. And then he's gonna like look back at it. And I'm gonna say, there was something else here.
Try to remember that V isn't necessarily like unnaturally large.
Yeah, he's.
Oh, he's not.
You know,
He's like a little over 6 feet tall, and he's pretty wiry.
He's pretty wiry. His strength comes from his hemomancy, not like muscle.
Right.
So when I see Najee, right? Is it Najee? When I see him, I'm going to say there are 3 survivors in there, and apparently a much larger zombie.
Daria, you would hear that too. You're standing in the same room.
I'm gonna go see who it is.
Yes, you would recognize the surgeon. His name is Anthony. This is his first day. He's fairly young. He looks pretty terrified. He basically is fresh out of medical school, essentially. And these 2 nurses are Allison and Jane, and they've been working here for a while. Oh, doctor, and Allison and Jane push past him and rush up to you. Is there a way out of here?
Yes, let's walk you to the front. Did you see how this happened?
Well, fever started to rise around noon. That's at least what we were told and what was noted in the charts. We came on for the night shift and, things turned bad fast. They started to pass one by one. There was nothing we could do. We thought we had lost all of them, and then they started to rise again.
You said it was a fever.
Yes, some kind of, it was flu-like symptoms, I guess, to start. It seemed simple enough. We expected to have a lot of admittance during the street fair because, there's so much activity, but it just got worse and worse. the first one that passed we took back to exam room 2. I'm not sure if they learned anything. We got separated from them when we got trapped in here. But we heard chaos in other areas. And then one of the walls in the connecting hall was broken down, and that massive fiend started stalking us.
Can you better describe this fiend? Yes, it's very large. Did it control the others, or was it just the biggest one?
I don't think it controlled them. I don't even think it cared for them. But it had so much more purpose than those mindless undead. It was draped in heavy leathers, and it had an unnatural glow to its eyes.
Are you getting this? I'll like look around just like to see where Alrin is.
He'll shuffle up behind you and say, "Yes, what a terrifying creature he describes."
Is it like anything you have seen in your travels?
Can I make like a knowledge check or something?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Highest number is 10.
Two.
2?
Yep.
You have heard of some crazy, scary monsters out there. And giants and stuff. But nothing specific.
Yes, I have heard of something that meets this exact description. Horrifying creature, the very breath of the grave itself suffocating all around it, its grip strong enough to crush through steel. We must be well prepared if we are to face it.
I'm gonna look to Allison and Jane. Was this large one, was this a patient of ours? Or does this come from outside?
We didn't recognize it as anyone that anything that we treated. No. It came from, well, it would have come from the back alley if it broke through the connecting hall. And then it knocked those doors straight down.
Are you suffering from this same fever?
We're not sure how it. One of the Jane steps back a little, and we're just all tired.
Let me have a look at you.
R looks at her very suspiciously.
I'm gonna do a quick
It doesn't,
checkup
Najee.
for fever and flu symptoms that I can find after they step
Sure. Go ahead and make a wit study for me. You step up, you shine a light in her eyes, and you start to check her.
up. I'm gonna check the 3 of them.
Yeah, sure.
It's an 8 or 16.
Okay. Looking them over, you're fairly certain that all 3 of these people are probably infected. But you're not sure how. You would need to check their bodies to see if there's wounds, maybe. If not, it could be something that's in the air, in which case people in your party could already be compromised.
We're so...
The 2 dark lighters.
Well, our job's done here. Time to go back to the guild.
Jeez.
See you all later!
Toodaloo!
I don't think
This
it's
was
safe for you
fun.
to
We'll be
leave.
heading out.
You should stay with us. Well, stay with me. We should keep an eye on you. You seem
They'll
to at
nod
least have
slowly.
early symptoms of what you saw. I will do
They'll-
what I can to help you.
They draw in breaths and nod slowly. Yes, we'll stay with you. And they all
Doctor,
get set-
should
they
I
all
go
get
warn
set on
V?
follow.
I thought you already rushed off towards the exam to kill the big guy with me.
Yeah, he definitely was on the way, but I think I kind of slowed down when I was suspicious of them being.
Currently, everyone
Brony.
is in this room but you who's in the exam hall.
Yeah.
Yes, Ka. Warn him about the big one. I don't think either of you will need to worry about this sickness, though.
He'll nod at him. I'm going to burn an energy, and I will double movement, fly through the place after V.
V, you're in the hall. You can see the closed exam room doors and the door off to the right to the or off to the left to the private offices. What were you going to do? It's pretty quiet in here after the grandfather clock begins its slow, kind of torturous melody as it reaches midnight.
Hey, Dad, did your hall always go all wobbly when you walk into it?
When you say that, you turn back to look. You see Car 10 rushing around the corner, but he's the only one that's caught up with you.
V, there apparently is a very large zombie. Would that count for 2?
Depends on how large.
We should look for it.
Fairly large, and you'll see I'll come like walking around the corner too, and I pull up like a handkerchief over my nose and mouth and say, "Let's find this thing if it's still here. Dispatch of it."
Careful, the first step into the hallways is a doozy. And then I'll start walking down to go look in the exam room.
Okay.
Does your staff glow in the presence of monsters like our former teammate Jensen's?
Yeah, probably the same, with the same glow, yes.
Then I
Though
will
apparently, but apparently he knew how to not make it so that your friend makes it glow. So
It's glowing right now just because he's close to V, so.
yeah.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Or Dare. Come on, I'm not the only monster in the group
Ari's out
anymore.
of range right now.
Hey.
He's in a completely
Oh, okay.
different area than you, remember?
So
you
we don't
went
have-
through multiple
probably
rooms to
wasn't
get
paying
here.
attention.
He's still back there.
So you're saying we don't
probably
have an
wasn't
early
paying
warning
attention.
system?
So what he's saying is that the big zombie could already be in range.
Yep.
Yes, with
Right.
V around, you don't have an early warning system.
And it's
go
not
ahead
like
and
I
make-
can position myself within an area to not proc either one of you. Or not either one of you to proc it. So.
Two of you that are still in the hall, go ahead and make wits or wisdom and study tests. V, you push open the door into that first exam room. You're greeted by a quiet, empty, forlorn space. You can see in the corner there's a medical cabinet that's been jammed shut, and pooled on the rug at the center of the room, just by the overturned medical bed, is a massive puddle of like browning blood.
Okay. I rolled a 7 for my study test.
Stepping closer to the pool of blood, you can see it's browned, dried, and clumping at the edges, but still fresh in the center. Based upon your time around your father, you would know that this means that it's probably multiple hours old to a day old, but it's not so old that like there's still like liquid in the center, basically. Also, this is like a ton of blood. This is like someone got ripped open and drained onto the floor.
Would I, just looking at this blood and the blood that was in the other room, would I guess these were at the same time, or would I guess this one was earlier?
Probably around the same time. But
Okay.
it's taking longer to dry because there's so much of it.
So much of
When
it.
you kneel
yeah.
down,
Okay.
though, and you look into it, not only is it browned and sickly, but you notice that it appears to you that it's almost like tiny aphid-like, worm-like creatures like fluttering around in the pool. And there's like tons of them.
Nope.
Also, you notice that pooled throughout the center is what looks like just like teeth. They don't look shattered or broken. It's just like tons of teeth like fell out onto the ground somehow. A full mouth's worth of teeth.
I'll shout back to the monster hunter. You know anything about worms and old blood?
I'll kind of like cock my head and just start forward into the hallway towards the exam room.
I
I'll
got
grab,
11.
What
I'll
did you
grab,
guys
like, a
get
s-
on the study
Hold on.
test for the hall? You two, real quick.
Oh, I didn't even roll one. Hold on.
Yeah, I got 11.
I want to
11.
grab a stick or something and start poking the dried blood and see if the worms react.
Okay.
I got an 11.
Oh, you both did. Okay, with the 11s, both of you can tell that the the door that leads into the private offices is slightly ajar, and it looks like the handle is actually like snapped partially, like it's gonna fall out of the fastenings, like somebody pulled it or pushed it really hard, broken. Additionally, all the way over by the grandfather clock, you can see some like scratched marks or like drag marks on like that have been like embedded in the wood.
Okay.
Can I disappear into the shadows? I'm going to try and stealth up.
Sure.
So he'll retract up near the ceiling and just start to try and move silently.
Okay.
I'm gonna start looking towards where you were, and I'm gonna put my hands up to my eyes to like show you to look there, and then you're not there. I'm gonna like look around. I'll take a deep breath, and I'll slowly go towards the office.
The offices, or are you going to keep going towards V?
I want to investigate this thing that we just saw. These marks and the broken
that's
handle.
all the way at the end of the hall.
Oh. Well, if going to where V is in between there, I would go to where V is.
Okay. So you head to the door and you see V is like found like a scalpel and he's like poking at this pool of blood. As you walk closer, you can see the creatures in the pool and they are reacting pretty negatively to the attacks. Like they're lurching out, like tendrils almost, towards your hand each time you like bring it down to stab.
V, stay away from those, he says from the darkness.
As you're crawling out in the hall and you say that and then you pass their doorway, when you hit the center of the hall, you realize there's a massive hole in the ceiling. Like somebody broke entirely through the second level floor, or like somebody punched a hole in the ceiling to the next level.
I was like, can we tell? Does it look like it's punched up or
It's
down?
hard. Well, there's a lot of like refuse on the floor underneath it, so you would imagine that it got punched down.
Cool. I will knowing what my staff is radiant. I will jab the pool of liquid with the.
There's a flash of radiance through the pool, and you can hear almost like a chorus of faint hisses from the blood.
Foul, whatever it is.
Indeed.
Are the worms still moving after he did that?
Some of them are, but most of them are not. Like they're just kind of like pooled up and bodied.
You should do that again.
Yes, but now there's someone smarter than me whose place this is. I think we should maybe let them look at it. Maybe get a sample. I'm gonna like look around. Is there like test tube, like any kind of like container in here that we could try to like put one in?
I'm sure there's got to be like tweezers we can grab it with.
Right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, then I would do that, and then I would radiantly zap the pool again until they're not.
I was going to suggest he would stop you and say, "Allow me. I doubt I can be infected, but you can."
Oh yeah, I'll hand you the canister. I'll nod my head at you.
Grab one.
And then I'll zap them until they stop moving.
Yep, they stop moving. The pool
Perfect.
grows still, continues to burn.
Except for one creepy one that we have.
That will be for your doctor, I think. And I'm going to look up at V and I'm going to say, the door at the end of the hall to the offices, there's scratch marks on the frame and the handle is broken off.
The office door is off to the left, and all the way at the end of the hall, it dead ends to the grandfather clock, and that's where the scratch marks are.
Oh, scratch marks. There's scratch marks on the clock as well.
Honestly, I probably don't know the clinic well enough to know if that's like where a secret entrance might be or anything.
You're not aware of
So,
one. So
Yeah.
that's strange.
Oh, I assumed it was something made those marks. It's not like a scraping along the floor like there's something moved, right? Like,
No, it's definitely what I described was more that than what you.
okay. The door handle is broken off. I think that's where we need to look next.
Sure. Are there any more exam? You said that
There's
they had
another
taken
exam
somebody to. Okay. We should check out the other exam room first. We don't want anything to come out behind us if we're fighting something in front of us.
Or from above
Mm.
us.
A good
Above us.
idea, I admit. He looks like anxious and on edge, but not in like a scared way, in like almost like an aggressive way. If that makes sense. Like he is like hates these things.
I'll stop at exam room 2 and open the door and make sure there's nobody in there.
It's locked.
Fuck it. I'll just break the door at this point.
Sure. You break the handle and you kick out with your foot and knock open the door. And as the three of you peer inside, you see another lone exam room with a single bed. This one draped in heavy white cloth. And as you break down that door and enter loudly, from beneath that cloth, you see writhing. We're gonna cut back to our other two, see what they're doing. You guys stayed in the sick hall. What did the two of you up to? You've also got those three with you. They're kind of coughing and sniffling as they like stand around looking for what's gonna happen next, basically.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask them. What were you doing to try and help the patients that have ended up like this, so I can rule that out?
We tried to keep fevers down. The surgeon steps forward and he starts going over the actual medicine that was administered. And at this point, you finished your head count, and this is the majority of the standard patients that were under care. You think you're missing like 3 or 4 people right now. But the majority of these zombies that were taken down make up the count. He's like running through this list of medicine. That didn't work, or it worked for a short period of time, but they'd get into these strange fits, like they're having hallucinations or speaking to themselves impulsively.
Well, I would like to assist in any way I can. Let's pick up from where you guys left off on the others and see what we can do for you.
I mean, I think it would be best to, your expertise might be lended in the exam room. I know that they had strapped one of them down there, and they were attempting some various tests. I believe the lungs and the kidneys had been removed, but it was still writhing.
I see.
Dr. Elliot was in charge of that. We haven't seen him since we locked ourselves in the storage closet.
Right. Well, come with me. We'll see if they found anything over in the exam rooms.
As you turn back, Arend, you finished doing blessings on the now still corpses in the room, and you see that he looks like he's going to lead the surgeon and the nurses out to the next area.
Alrin will go with them, and he'll say, "Now, you're a doctor, as I understand. Do you think there's anything that can be done to help these poor people?"
That is what we are going to find out.
As he says that, and all of you step through the arch, Jane, who started coughing first, she, I can't, I am terribly sorry, and then she collapses on the ground.
I'm immediately gonna start doing a quick checkup as I can. Does she have a pulse? Is she breathing?
She has a pulse, she's breathing, but she has gone unconscious. She's going to need to be carried or laid out somewhere.
I'll look to the other two. At what point was this the symptom?
This was Allison gulps, and the surgeon looks at you very seriously, and he says, "Most didn't make it another hour after this."
Well, we have 1 hour to save Jane. Let's not waste it. Help me carry her.
He'll pick her up in his arms.
And do we have like actually gurneys that can wheel around?
Yeah, he could.
Yeah, let's get her on one of those.
Okay. Get her on the gurney. He and the nurse take either side of the gurney and push it while the two of you walk ahead. The rest of you are standing in the room with the writhing corpse underneath the cloth.
I'll go pull off the cloth.
Pulling it off reveals a corpse, its stomach and chest cut open, and being held back, the ribs separated unnaturally by medical bars. And go ahead and make a wits and study test for me. I'll be right back.
Wits and study? Hey, I did really good on this for V. I got a 5.
That's almost a 6.
It is. It's like a couple away from my maximum.
What were our results?
I got a 5, which is a really good roll for V on this check.
I got a 9.
All proud of you. 5 and a 9. Nothing from our monster hunter. Is he muted again?
Najee.
I'm sorry, what?
Are you gonna study the corpse, or you just want to hang out?
Yes, I will study the corpse. I'm sorry. Just a 5.
Just a 5? That's fucking rude.
Sorry. Just a 5.
You can see scattered about the table behind it are some jars and tools, and specifically the lungs and the kidneys have already been removed from this body and have been loaded in jars filled with what looks like and smells like formaldehyde.
Sure.
They continue to twitch and writhe inside of the liquid, and you guys can hear the sound of the squeaking wheels of the gurney entering the exam hall as the rest of the party is coming to meet you.
Say parts of it living and parts of it not.
Can I see any worm things?
You didn't notice any with that study test.
Did I?
Okay.
What'd you get?
9.
Nope.
Can we pull back the sheet, or have we already pulled back the sheet on the body?
He pulled back.
I already pulled it back.
Okay.
Wow, I don't even think I could live like that.
Was there anyone else here? Or just this?
Well, there was enough blood in the other room that there was probably somebody in there, but they must have got ripped in half or something, because there was I've never seen that much blood in one place from one person before, and it had worms in it.
Worms?
On that cue, Carl hand over the sample of the worm.
Do I know
It
what
was-
this worm is? I make some sort of check as to what's going on with this worm.
Sure, make a wits knowledge. This would be considered scientific. Or this would be considered like medical.
Oof. 10.
You do know what these are. These are often called blood flukes. And these are worms that enter bloodstreams. Yeah, they're not good.
You said blood flukes?
Yeah, they're called blood flukes. Usually people get contaminated by these in like fresh water. Like somebody goes swimming in a river that's got a bunch of these in it, and they get into the body and then into the bloodstream.
So some sort of parasite worm?
Basically, yes.
Gotcha. That lives in your
I'll say,
bloodstream.
I'll say the pool of blood V just mentioned was teeming with these worms. We got the sample and then killed the rest. Well, I killed the rest via my ordained weapon. Hundreds of them, thousands probably.
They do not count as zombies.
I'll look at the other two.
I agree, they're definitely alive.
My 2 surviving staff still that are awake.
Yes.
Did you see any worms in any of the patients?
Some blood flukes were taken off. A couple of the early corpses extracted. Sorry, I'm feeling a mite bit dizzy at the moment.
Let's get you propped up and in a bed. Alright?
Yes, that'd be the surgeon sinks to the ground and passes out.
Should get him tied down to a bed.
Is he dead?
So that just leaves Allison up.
No.
Allison, what is your status? How are you feeling?
Very tired, but I'm a tough nut to crack. She'll just smile at you weakly.
Good. I'm gonna go get another bed for
Doctor,
surgeon.
the organs on the shelf appear to be moving still.
Car, will I get another gummy for my friend here? Will you take an organ out, cut it open, and see if there are worms in there, please?
Sure.
Do you
Car's
extract the lungs or the kidney?
He's gonna get the kidney.
Yeah, you pull the kidney out and you slice it open, and as the blood pools out and you study it, you definitely find some of the flukes in there.
Yes, doctor. The organ does appear to be contaminated.
Great. Well, how did you kill the worms out there? Or who killed the worms out there?
He looks at Najee.
I will hold out my staff and I'll see one that like drops off the table or something like that, and I'll just gently touch it with the staff, and the staff will like flash a little bit of with that yellowish white light, and the worm will go still. It responds to the holy benediction of my weapon.
I see.
Should he poke the sleeping people?
We still have a writhing body on the bed.
You do. It is continuing to writhe.
It is tied up, though, right?
Yes, it is. It is tied down and is free to be experimented on.
I'm gonna check that body for signs of life real quick, or if it's just seemingly a moving corpse.
Sure. It is seemingly a moving corpse.
Perhaps you could test on this one?
With pleasure. Well, maybe not with pleasure, but they will die. And I'll bring it up and I'll kind of like stick it into like where there's a large concentration of like squirming. I'll jam it in there really hard.
Okay.
Probably into the chest cavity, maybe where the organs were taken out of.
I think so. Go ahead and make an attack roll for me.
18.
Can't hear you, Matt.
You sink it in, and that burst of radiant energy surges through the body as all of you see, kind of like through the mouth and the eyes and through the thin skin, that light travel through and like shock the whole form as it goes still in the gurney. As that happens, its cloak and everything like ruffles and flows, and a note falls out onto the floor.
No idea. What do we have here?
I'll pick it up and hand it to Dari.
I'll take the sheet that was covering the body and kind of like clean the viscera off both ends of the staff at this point.
Okay.
Should he poke the sleeping people?
I don't know if that will save them or kill them.
Sorry, the note was handed to you.
I stashed some of the serum we talked about in the secret spot, but damn it all, I couldn't find any syringes. Here's a clue for the face. 1 pace past due south, a couple paces past north is flame, then 5 paces back the way you came.
But you know.
Serum.
Is this guy stealing something from you?
Do I recognize the person on the bed in here?
No, you don't. Paperwork on the bed says that they were checked in with flu-like symptoms.
Gotcha. I don't know what this means. A clue to a serum somewhere.
Maybe those detective guys can figure it out. That's what detectives do, right?
I thought they talked to dogs.
Meet up with them first.
It's only one of them.
They didn't detect me. They might not be great detectives.
Or you kind of just like disappear into the shadows. You're like small and fast and dark, so it's like hard to find you anyway.
He's disappeared again.
I don't know anything about this detective business, but we need to look through the rest of this house, this clinic. Sorry.
There is still a locked medical cabinet in this room, and then there's the jammed cabinet in the previous exam room as well.
Oh, I don't remember a jammed cabinet in the other room.
You noticed
I'll
it,
go.
but then you started role-playing and you forgot about it, I think.
Probably. I'll go rip open the cabinet in the other room.
Okay. I want you to make a agility coordination test when you do that to try not to break things inside of it.
Okay. I'm totally
Number is
good. Target number is what?
8.
8? Okay. 8!
Okay. Opening that cabinet, you find another healing poultice, which is you can use it to spend a deed to remove 2 health wounds from you or another creature within touch range.
Sweet.
The medical cabinet in the exam room with the writhing corpse just appears to be locked.
Would those healing things work on Car?
Nope.
Would they work on V?
Nope.
Or Dare?
Yes. but not you or Car.
Sweet. I'll give it to Dare. He's the healer.
Thank you, V. Would you let me get this now that he's stopped writhing here? We've got a bed for this one who's just passed out.
Sure. I'll take the guy, unstrap him from the bed, toss him into the other room, and then I'll pick up the guy who passed out and toss him onto the bed.
Push the gurney with the other passed out nurse next to him.
Uh-huh.
Allison, if you wouldn't mind helping me out,
I'll do what I can.
I'll hand her a small scalpel. Would you check it, Jane? Make a few incisions. Check for, well, the worms.
She'll nod her head, and she'll bend down in front of her and start to work.
I'll do the same.
Are you doing him?
Yeah, same to him.
Both of you find worms.
Would I know a normal treatment to get rid of these, or?
You might be able to abate them for a while, but completely cleansing from them from the system is not something, when it's this many, that's really been solved yet.
For sure.
Would I know if the purify spell would be of any help? That's normally for food and water, but
It may in conjunction with his medical prowess, but you would need to come up with a plan together.
Alrind would have been watching the doctor work, and he would say, "Now, doctor, I know this isn't exactly scientific or traditional medicine, but I know a liturgy that can be used to purify food and water and the like, and remove rot and disease, and I'm not entirely sure whether it works on the living, but if my skills can be of any use, I would be more than happy to assist."
That could work. Well, since becoming what I am now, I have come into a bit of my own power, so to speak. Perhaps if we were to
Doctor, you mean?
work together.
A doctor monster?
Yeah.
It's not necessarily known in the Darklighters that you're a vampire.
I also didn't say vampire.
I'm just letting you know.
I have a bit of magic, so to speak. Perhaps if we were to work together on something. If you could purify, I could try to heal the wounds left by all of these worms while you rid them of that corruption, perhaps?
It seems like it's worth a try. I can offer prayers for these poor people's souls, but once they are taken by this monstrous nature, there's little left I can do for them.
Perhaps, Naji, could you help as well?
Yes.
You have your staff seem to just burn up these when you touch them. Push tuck.
Push tuck.
It has been cleansed in holy water. It is ordained. It will cast out this evil.
But perhaps you, for lack of a better term, attack the worms with the power within your staff, while I heal them and you purify them. If the three of us work together, perhaps this can help them out.
Yes, that makes sense.
I'm just picturing Najee beating the shit out of these unconscious people and then Dare healing them back up so that he can continue beating the shit out of them.
They're worms! Get! Get.
Maybe you lay the staff across them and use it as a conduit.
I was gonna say, yeah. He'll like go to he'll like pick it up, and then he'll kind of like feel in his hands and feel the weight, and he will, he'll kind of grab it with both hands and say, "I don't think I should be attacking these poor individuals, though." And I'll put it down, like I'll fold it within the first one. I'll like put it within the hands, like on like so they're like holding it while it's happening.
Does that sound good? Alright, we can sort of focus through this staff thing. Well, he maintains focus. Well, Najee maintains focus on this too.
The old man nods and he lays out his book on an end table or whatever's next to the gurney, and then he starts flipping through it until he finds the page he's looking for, and then he starts like carefully reading it over and says, "Yes, I remember this one."
While they're experimenting, I'd motion to Carr to follow me into the office.
Okay.
Because V ain't gonna be no use here, and I don't think Carr is either.
Great. Those of you that are attempting this ritual, I need 3 power tests. And you guys are going against a shared target number of 30. This is also going to require a power activation from each of the 2 people using powers as far as their general resources are concerned.
Is this helping all 3 of them, or just one person at a time?
The target number is for all 3 of you together. It's helping
patients. Is it targeting all of them, or are we testing on one person?
That is up to you.
I'll probably test on one person.
Okay. Why don't we say that you're targeting the 2 on the granny, because they're the 2 sickest.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Try and help them.
Right, you guys are going against a target number of 30.
Got a power check. What you want to do? Wisdom and power.
Yeah. Let's go with wisdom and power.
Okay.
Is that just him or everybody's wisdom and power?
No, you guys use whatever your. I don't know.
I was just curious what you said. I didn't hear what you said. What is the?
No, your wisdom and power.
Okay, I just make sure.
And you guys use whatever your normal power attribute is with the powers that you use.
I need to look that up.
So the increasing the strength of Purify just increases the range or the radius of the effect. Would increasing the strength do anything here?
I'd let you increase the strength to make it easy.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay, that'll drop it to a 24 for the 3 of you.
Cool.
Go ahead and roll.
I got a 10.
That's 10. We need 14. James, you didn't hit push attack.
I'm holding down the wrong button. I got 10 as well, actually.
Oh, we only need a 4 from you, Dare.
Rolled really well.
Okay. I don't know what my vampiric magic spellcasting attribute is.
Do charisma and power.
Okay, I'm gonna book knowledge and make it wit.
Okay, sounds good.
Why didn't you just say so?
Because if it was wit, then I was just gonna use wit.
Oh.
He's trying to maximize.
Not waste the use
Can't
of
blame him for
book
that.
smarts.
I got a 6.
6, okay. The ritual flashes with light throughout the chamber, and as all of you step back from your work, each of you feels tired from that. Like it was a big undertaking, and even interacting with the dark nature of this magic. They do appear healthier, and you don't see any worms. But they still look pretty, like they're still unconscious in the beds.
Yeah. I'm gonna take their vitals. Are they looking better all around?
Their heart rate and everything is better, but it's just mostly like no worms coming out of the blood in the wounds.
Gotcha.
They still look sickly.
Well, it's one aspect cleared up. Alison, if you wouldn't mind sitting over here, we can check you for. Well, I think it's safe to assume you have
I
these
do.
as well.
She's already checked herself.
Yes. Well, as you can see,
We all have something in common, I think. And she'll pull back part of her nurse's gown, and you'll see like a large bite mark in like the upper area of where her chest and her shoulder.
Well, as you can see from them, we got the worms cured. They are seeming to be better. Do you want the same treatment?
If you think it'll help, Doctor.
Would they look better? I think it would help.
The three of you attempt the ritual on her. This time you can just do it using the resources. You don't need to roll because you've succeeded once already.
So just spending a spell use?
Yeah, you're just spending your power activation use.
Perfect.
And she is also looking better. She's looking well enough to like watch over them at least. If you needed to like barricade them in here or something.
Yes. Alison, would you mind keeping an eye on them since you are conscious?
Yeah. I can do that.
I will lock this door and you can barricade it.
Wait. Let's check and see. Let's just check and see if there's any supplies. And she'll take out her keyring and she'll open that cabinet that was locked at the back.
Yeah.
And she will pull out another healing poultice. That's 3 total. And she will also pull out a leather, what looks like a little leather like satchel of some kind. She'll say, "Well, I don't know if this will be any use, but I think it's the only one we have in this area of the ward." And she'll hand it to you, and inside you will find 3 empty syringes.
Yes, Note was talking about syringes. Yes, we'll take that. Why don't you keep the poultice in case one of you 3 need it in here?
She'll take it from you. Thank you.
And keep an eye on them. We will be back, assuming we don't die to whatever this big one is.
Certainly hope not.
If you 3, if they wake up, you are all feeling better, you haven't heard from us in a while, it's probably best to get out. Do what you can.
But not very good. We will.
And don't worry about breaking anything if you need to. Supplies will be limited. Do what you must to survive.
Of course, Doctor.
As we leave the room, Randaji will kind of stop and look back and awkwardly be like, I'm sorry if that hurt more than I meant it to. And like say it awkwardly to her, and then he'll kind of like turn again and then like walk out of the room. It's very awkward.
And the rest of you catch up with them as they head towards the office door, and I think that's where we're going to take our break. As we get back into this, is everybody heading into the offices? As you enter the hall into the offices, there's 4 offices in the office, like the private office area. It's kind of like a Y-shaped hall that leads to each of the doors. At the far tip is the office of Dr. Waltz, the head doctor's office. And then on the way there, you pass Dr. Gibbons' office, Dr. Darville's office, that's Arthur, and Dr. Rhodes' office. So everything's kind of shut and quiet at the moment in here. The courtyard, the clinic courtyard windows face the off side of the walls, and the rain has started to patter louder against the grass. That drizzle outside turning a little bit heavier, teary-eyed droplets from the sky above. What would all of you like to do?
As I was coming down this hallway, did I see any more giant brute prints? And can I make a check to
Go ahead and make a wits or wisdom and study test for me.
Just a 4.
Muddy boot prints have definitely traversed this hall. The door to Dr. Gibbons' office is actually broken, like completely into the room.
I think that's where I would start.
Okay.
I would go in there.
What's everybody else doing?
Yeah, I think Car's going to go investigate the broken door.
Go investigate Dari's office. That was the one that had initially we had seen been broken into, right?
Nope. His is at the end of the hall, though. That's everything.
Yeah.
Else. Looks closed, though. Do you want to go with it?
Which was the one that you had said had been broken and was ajar?
Gibbons.
Dr. Gibbons?
That's the one that they went to.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, that's the one I'd go to. Sorry, I thought that was Dari's office.
A broken door. A broken door. That large monster might still be about. I recommend we exercise caution. Oh, everybody's already all right. I'm coming.
As all of you step in the office, go ahead and make wisdom study test for me. Highest target number is 15.
Three. Got a fifth of the way there.
Got a 7.
10.
6.
Rooting around the room that's been upturned and searched through, you find broken dressers and desk drawers, spilled ink and pins and inkwells and notes scattered throughout torn, tattered structure. Off to the side, pretty much all of you also notice what looks like kind of like a little apothecary kit, where something was being worked on recently. It's still whatever has been mixed and then filled in the beaker is still slightly warm from its cooking.
Is this a cart? Is this a heat source that you found? I saw you scan for it earlier. Is this a natural heat? What's going on here?
Yeah, I'm just picking up the heat from the burner on it.
Yeah.
Just the
Yeah.
burner? Okay. Is there any weird? What does it smell like?
It smells sour.
Sour. Okay. I will have taken the handkerchief down from my nose to sniff, taking a big whiff, and immediately shook my head and put it back up over my nose. Let's say sour and acrid, like undeath itself.
Now, who do you suppose broke in here, I wonder?
Yeah, is there any other signs of, drawers that are open or anything?
Make a wit study for me. Target number of 12.
Yeah, 8.
It looks like to you that somebody broke in here and maybe dragged somebody out of the room.
Oh.
There appear to be drag marks on the ground. Perhaps somebody was interrupted while they were working.
I guess I'll go to the doorway and I'll say, Doctor, was the other doctor, the one who occupied this office, supposed to have been here during this time that this attack happened?
Does Gibbons normally work the day or night shifts?
Based upon the schedule that you found, he should have been the head doctor tonight.
He was supposed to be leading this evening. He should have been here.
Well, think. I think he might have been taken.
The doctor's in the other room. The one with all the zombies in it.
I think you took Dari took
Yeah, I took a
like
head
a.
count. Was he one of the...
Yeah, but there was also a doctor and a nurse in there. Right?
The other doctor that was in there was Rhodes. So Gibbons is technically one of like the 3 or 4 missing names.
Gotcha. He was not in the other room.
Odd that one would be taken and not turned and infested.
Which way did he get dragged? I'll look at Carr and Najee?
Naji, yeah. Naji.
Yeah, Najee. Since they seem to be good at that shit.
I'll look at the ground specifically to see if we can track.
You lose kind of like the trail once you exit out into the hall and you reach the windows out into the courtyard.
So it looks like somebody got dragged through the window?
It looks like somebody got dragged to the window. You can open and close the window, but it would have been more tactile than the average zombie doing that kind of thing.
Is it right underneath the hole?
It's not far away from the hole, but it's not right underneath it. So he didn't get dragged to that spot and then leapt directly up or anything like that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, can I scan up for above us for any heat sources? I only have limited range bands, but
you don't detect anything of note.
Doctor, did Gibbons have some sort of specialty or maybe like a special thing they liked researching? Other than obvious doctoral things?
As you might know if Gibbons had a specialty.
Gibbons was probably like the most proficient at like actually like producing the medicines and coming up with guidelines for them.
There's a list, kind of.
Yeah.
Well, he was good with chemistry. He would come up with a lot of our medicines.
A valuable skill, I would think.
If somebody needs something cooked up, he would be a good person to have on your team.
is there a medical journal that he had in here?
You do find a ledger where he was keeping a separate ledger of specific admittances to the sick hall.
Doctor, could you compare this to the writing on the notes? And he'll hand over that.
Well, I am no expert, but do they look similar? Let me see.
It does appear to be similar to the writing on the second note, the one that fell off the writing corpse.
And that's the stash note?
Yes. The one with the clue on it.
Perhaps he was working on whatever vaccine.
Seems
Can you
like
tell what he
he's
put in it?
Doctor, I didn't listen too carefully, but when you were reading the note, I thought I heard something about someone hiding something.
Yes. It seems these look similar, but if this was Dr. Gibbons' writing, he hid a serum in a secret spot and left a clue to find it.
Let's clear this house and then track that down. I'm gonna walk towards your office, to Walt's office, but I will not enter before him, as I would think that's disrespectful.
You head that way. What's everybody else doing?
When we get to the hole in the ceiling, V would look up and see if he can see anything.
Just see darkness up there. It's clearly like a upstairs hall to like the extended stay rooms.
Okay. Can I just jump up and pull myself up onto the second floor?
Yeah.
Then I'll start looking in any of the extended stay rooms to see.
So, do you say anything, or you just leap up there and disappear?
I'd probably just leap up there and disappear.
All right. V jumps up into the hole.
I think Car's probably standing near the hole, so I would see V leap up there. And I might turn to them and let them know. V's gone to the second level. I should accompany him.
Stay safe up there.
And he'll grapple up into the darkness.
How does he do that?
He is strange, but advanced, maybe is the word.
You are not the only one with magic around here.
I do not practice magic, young man, so much as exercise my faith.
Some call it faith, some call it magic.
I love it and I hate it.
Hey, you're the one who called him powers.
Powers fits more genres and settings, okay?
It's true.
How if I could just get people to stop calling it casting a spell?
Yeah,
We're
I've been
so
trying
bad
to.
about that.
Trying to use
real.
And in that spirit, I don't cast spells, I read liturgies.
Yeah, exactly.
It's totally different.
All right, so the three of you are heading to Walt's office. I'm sorry, Walt's office. Dr. Walt's office. We have a Walt in the other campaign.
Yeah, I think I said that too.
You're able to use your personal key to open it. It is locked from the inside. Go ahead and make wits study tests for me. The highest target number is 15. Don't forget about momentum. You guys have used no momentum this session.
Oh well, snake eyes.
Wow. 9.
Dare, you've been a doctor for some time now. Gifted and natural at your profession. You know how you work and every detail in which your work is structured. And you can tell that somebody has been through your room. But they have gone to painstaking lengths to not make it obvious, like other rooms that have been torn and searched through. As you take a step forward, you feel the hairs on the back of your pale neck stand up. And when you look around the corner at your desk, where you work in privacy, behind your stands of books and your telescopes and your other things that stack and line and clutter this room, you see a figure draped in tight black leathers, skin chalky white, slick, kind of greasy black hair pulled back over their head, leaned, flipping through the pages of one of your journals. They're back to you.
You know, the next volume is quite better work, I think.
Really?
A bit dry and technical for my taste.
Well, then please put it down and tell me why you're here.
The tome drops heavily on the surface. The figure turns their head and glares at you. Eyes in a natural shade of red. I'm looking for something covenless. Something you're hiding.
Hiding?
Yes. Are you hiding it here? Or perhaps you're hiding it at your home? The cure. Where is it?
It's rather ominous. Can you be more specific?
I'll smile. You know what I'm talking about. I can smell you, humans. Let me guess. Darklighters.
Did you say covenless?
They can hear, at least. They talk slow, though, like the stupid cattle they are to our kind. You can smell their blood too, can't you, Dare?
So you just came here to read my journals and then insult my guests? Or
Has it... Have you felt the hunger? It gets worse during the solstice. How long do you think it'll be before you're drinking from them?
I don't think I will. How long has it been for you?
Well, your Dr. Gibbons tastes quite fresh.
I see. Are you the one who took him?
I've borrowed him. I
Borrowed.
need him for a special task.
This implies he is still alive, yes?
For now. But he needs your notes. So where are they?
I'm afraid I can't help you. You could take me to Gibbons, so?
And why would I do that?
You said he needs my notes. I am my notes, if not better.
He'll extend a pale hand to you. Let's go then.
You won't be taking another doctor from this place.
No.
Perhaps you'd like to watch them die first.
It's quite alright. You two find the others. I'll go get Dr. Gibbons. I'll grab his hand.
They both disappear into basically an explosion of like a soot-like fog.
Fuck. I say under my breath, and I look around, and you are still here, right? I can't remember. Alrend, not Arnod. I don't know why I'm calling it Arnod. Say Alrend. Alrend, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Seems V is not the only undead one in this party, in this place.
So it would seem. Where do you think they're off to, I wonder?
To get this Givens back, I assume. But who knows? They are both monsters. And he says that with kind of like a disgusted, in a disgusted way.
Well, that V does seem to remove more monsters from this world than he contributes.
He did not hide what he was. I'm gonna walk past you and go find the others.
As you turn, you take one last look at that spot where Daria was standing, and you see the note that he collected on the ground. The clue on it.
Maybe smarter than I thought. And I'll go pick up the note. And I'll read it through again for the instructions to the secret, or to the hidey hole.
All right. As the two of you walk back out, we're going to cut upstairs into the hall where the extended stay rooms are. The two of you look back down at the hole, and you see the three of them heading off towards the office. And as you start forward, go ahead and make wisdom study tests for me.
Nine.
13.
As the two of you reach the corner, you peer in a couple empty rooms on the way. You see a figure with their back to you, crouched. Not so much like one of the zombies, but a sinewy, pale corpse of a creature that seems much more, I don't know, I guess like substantial, especially at like the musculature level. And it is rooting through the corpse of a nurse, pulling out various like organs and consuming them.
We think this might be the really big zombie that.
It's about your size.
Okay, so not quite the size of the really big one that Najee.
No, but it isn't. It's nowhere near as frail as the normal zombies.
Right. I'll kind of look to Carr and go like.
Yep. Car's trying to be concealed, at least. I'm hoping that I can surprise attack him.
As the two of you drop into a crouch and you start to creep forward, suddenly it... And as it tenses, both of you freeze, and then you see from the shadows out in front of it, a single hand, massive in size, reach out from the dark and grab it by its skull. And it starts to struggle as it's lifted off the corpse into the air, and then its head is crushed.
Dude.
I'll start kind of slowly backing away. Because I'm strong, but I don't think I'm crushing a skull in one hand strong.
It starts to stalk, just like walk, like Michael Myers style, straight down this hall towards you.
Can I try to... I'm trying to use my reaction to disappear from view. Can I roll...
You can roll a stealth if you want. Go ahead and do an agility coordination for me. Your target number is 15.
My stealth ignores steps.
Just 15.
How far away from the hole are we?
19.
You're like a couple range bands away from it. 19. Okay, you drop into the shadows, and it looks like it's more or less following V, or it's going after V. Like it doesn't know you're there.
Could I try to like stomp the ground in between me and it to try and create another hole in the roof?
You would need to use probably like a power to do that. You could definitely try to do that. Like a power
If
strike
I
or something.
used Hemomantic Strike to infuse it with maybe some like necrotic energy to weaken
It would
the
probably
floor?
take a little more than that.
Okay, then I will use a power and I will do Powered Strike.
Okay.
Next melee attack I make deals my base damage plus an additional 2 of that type.
You don't even have to roll. You stomp the ground, and it breaks the floor. It rushes out, and it shatters in front of the creature as it's just about to be upon you, and it... And then the two of you that are exiting Dare's office see at the corner where it splits off into the other two halls, see the roof crack and cave in as this massive figure falls into your path, landing on its knee and slowly rising as its eyes turn and gaze upon you.
Matt, as I was hidden, can I mark it for death?
Sure.
Okay.
So Alrend, you and Najee have this guy in front of you. What would the two of you like to do?
There's
Oh,
the big one.
that's. Whoa. And I'll like drop down into a stance like I'm getting ready to fight it. And it comes at me.
Alren starts incanting something and raising a staff above his head, and it starts glowing.
Okay. I'm letting one of you go first. So Alrend, do you want to cast or activate?
I was gonna say.
What do you want to do? Hard light beam.
Yeah, I can go for a good hard light beam right about now.
It flares and ignites from the top of your quarterstaff, and the beam launches out towards him. Go ahead and make your power test for me.
I built a 26.
He lifts a palm and he catches the beam in his palm, and it singes and burns at his flesh as he twists the palm away and rises off of his knee. As he rises, that same hand reaches down almost as if it was completely unaffected and tears up the stone from the ground and throws it across, the bits splitting as it kind of like rains out towards the two of you. And I need both of you to make agility defend tests for me.
Checking. I don't think I have anything to help me. Oh, the defend test, right?
Yep.
We both get +2 to this roll.
Sure do.
Sweet.
$24.
Nice.
10.
10. Okay, both of you pass. You manage to like push Alrend to the side and dodge back to the other side as the scatter just like scars the hallway. And that is his turn as he starts to stalk towards the two of you who currently have your backs to a dead end room. Keep that in mind.
Yeah, I'm gonna direct it away from that. I'm going to run around as much as possible with my speed, but still get
You're
into
going to
melee.
need to run between his legs.
I will try to do that. That's
Go ahead and
cool.
make an agility coordination testing. It's a target number of 8 for me.
I'm also going to utilize a feature that I have. I have adrenaline, so I can choose one of 5 things at the beginning of each round of combat to to get better. You gain an additional move, an additional task, or the first defend, attack, or athletics test is easy. I'm going to choose athletics for this round, probably. Can I use athletics for this?
Sure.
Yeah. Uh, 14.
Okay, you slide underneath and get on the other side of him.
I'm trying to hit him with my spear, with the staff.
Okay.
That's a 19.
A 19. He swats that away with the backside of his palm.
Oh, not good. Okay. Hopefully I've got his attention.
All right, the two of you upstairs have not gone. You're looking down through the hole, and you see that he's stalked out of view, and he's like fighting them in the hall.
Yeah, okay. I got a plan. I'll go first, Car. I want to jump down the hole, get behind him, and then I want to jump up and wrap two of my arms like around each of his elbows to like put him in an arm lock, and then my other two arms around his waist, and then I want to lean back and just try to pick him up off the ground.
Okay.
Make him more defenseless.
Contested. Attack and defend. And he nullifies your bonus.
Okay.
You got this.
Okay, that's 14.
14. He swings back and he slams his back up against the wall as you're grappling it, and he sends you through the wall into that other private office. And you're like sprawled off to the side, basically, prone.
Sheesh.
I'll use the rest of it to kind of stand up and figure out another game plan.
Should we steal this attack back? We have enough momentum.
He is a solo boss, so I am gonna go right now. If you don't,
okay. I'm gonna say let's give it, if we can give him another hit, or try to hit him at least once before he goes.
I think you can do something to him, or that's helpful now. Do it.
All right, yeah, let's steal, and I'm gonna go for my surprise attack. I'm gonna be using the Dagger of Deadliness, just so you know, and because he's marked, I get to re-roll one of the dice, so if I hit max on one, I will try to Dagger of Deadliness this guy.
Okay.
That's 22 to hit. I did not double down on the max for the dice, so, but I hit 112. Close.
That hits.
All right, that's going to be. I'm going to have energized that attack plus the Dagger of Deadliness, which is going to give me 4 doubled for that, so 8 points of damage, and it's going to ignore 3 armor.
The Dagger of Deadliness sinks completely into the skull of the creature, and he.
And I'm going to hit him with a second shot. That is only.
Are you leaping down into the room as you do this?
Yeah, I'm swinging down at him like from the second level. And then I will try and just slice him on the way by. But my whole thing is to try and hit and run. So I'll try to do a disputed if he doesn't grab me.
So the second attack first. What'd you get?
It was a 15.
A 15 does slice at his chest. As he sinks to his knee from the Dagger of Deadliness, he appears to enter like a stunned state.
Okay.
He's just like leaned on his knee, basically.
That's good.
Okay, I will retract back into the darkness. Can I do that without his?
Yep,
disputed?
you sure can.
So I will go darting back into the thing. If I can retrieve the Dagger of Deadliness before, or if that will take it.
It would require a test using strength to pull it from his skull.
I'm going to just retreat. I think that's probably better for me not to potentially get smacked.
Top of the next round, he is currently stunned. Who would like to go?
I got an idea if you guys are cool with me going first.
You can
Bro,
go first.
go for it. And steal that dagger
Okay.
back for me.
I'm going to do something with the dagger. I want to walk up behind him and put one hand on the side of his head and then the other hand on the back of the dagger that's still stuck in there. And
Sure. Go ahead and make a brawn and athletics test against a target number of 20.
I'm going to use momentum on this.
All right.
That makes it. Does that lower the target number, or is it
Yeah,
easy?
it lowers it to a 17.
Okay.
The dagger has a +2 on it as well, just so you know.
And not for athletics.
But I get that bonus. Okay. See if I can crit. Nope. I got an 18.
An 18. You slam and jam the dagger through the head, so like just the end of the hilt is not like all the way through, and the dagger is like out the other side of the skull, ripping through the rotting flesh, and he's still just on one knee.
You made him into a unicorn, bro.
Watch out for the headbutt.
That was your D.
Really?
Who's up?
I'll try to hit him again, I guess.
Sure. Hit the
yeah.
dagger clean through the other side from the back of the head.
Right. No. I will, however, use a tactics point, and I saw him get thrown through a wall, so I'm going to use a tactics point and go into defensive stance, so my armor will go up to 4, but I do a little bit less damage. But I think that's probably worth, and I will attempt it.
I mean, it didn't hurt getting thrown through a wall.
It didn't?
What'd you get?
Not me.
I got a 15.
You slam the bow staff into the back of his head, but it just doesn't seem to hurt it.
No? God
Just
damn.
on one knee, stunned. Who's up next?
Are not?
Lauren?
Alright.
Yeah, that's the one.
Real quick, my silvered implements ignore resistances and monstrosities and undead. Would that matter in this instance, or is he just like too...
Normally it would, but it does not
Okay,
seem to
okay,
matter.
cool. That's... Alright. Goddamn.
This is like you've never seen something just like resist shit like this.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Allred, you're up.
And it seemed to just shrug off the hard light beam, right?
Yep, basically.
Okay. How'd you get on the other side of it for me? Can I reach Najee?
Yeah, right now you can run right. You can just like kind of like awkwardly squeeze past him because he's stunned on his knee.
Purify his mind, man.
I think he wants you to drug the
I
Mr.
do.
X ripoff.
I think he wants him to give him a joint.
Dude, this guy just needs some
Brains
indica
are
to be
like-
totally chill, bro.
Brains are like 90% water, bro. Purify water. We'll solve it.
Are there lanterns like hanging from the ceiling like we see in the artwork?
Yes.
All right.
Okay. Allred is going to hustle over, and he's going to say, my dear friend, it looks as if you could use a little help. And he's going to lay his hand on yours and cast Enhance Weapon. So tests that attacking with this weapon gains a +1 bonus, and dealing damage with that weapon deals 2 additional damage of the same type.
That's good. I like that.
And then he'll quickly get behind you.
Your bow staff starts to glow with the light of the god that we haven't named.
Yeah.
We'll have something before the next session. All right, your turn is done. That just leaves one, Mr. Carten.
Is there a lantern above him by any chance?
Sure.
Car's gonna swing by and cut the lantern free so it drops down onto it.
Make a agility coordination test for me. Target number is 8.
All right, I'm gonna burn a acrobat point so I have it. That's going to be an 18.
An 18. You slice it across. It sinks down, doing 5 points of piercing damage, and then lighting the top of his head and his torso on fire. And he just kind of remains in that stunned state. Anything else with your turn?
No, Car's going to retreat as usual and hide somewhere.
At the end of the stunned round, I'm going to spend 2 momentum. And I'm going to use the Stalker's Rise of Undeath ability. He snaps out of the stunned state, and you see his cuts start to mend and wrap in the rotted flesh, and bones start to break and crack back into place. And then he rises to his feet as the wound heals around the Dagger of Deadliness, just kind of like leaving it in his skull. And he's going to make an attack, because he can attack as he rises. So he's going to strike V with a punch.
Okay. It's kind of rude, but...
And I'm using momentum on that punch as well. So to roll twice and keep the higher. I got a 30.
Do we still get Najee's defense thing?
You do.
Yes, +2.
Then 22.
All right, cool. I got a 31, so I hit.
Damn,
Ideal.
I rolled literally the best I could.
I deal 8 points of bludgeoning damage and knock you back out into the hall of private offices. So basically, you go flying about a range band, and then you like crash into one of the hall walls and land on the ground.
So I half it to 4, and then my armor reduces it by 2, so I take 2 damage.
Yep, 2 wounds. And
I
he
cannot
has
take
risen.
1 hit.
I think
Okay,
we should
top
run.
of the next round. I think you should chat about this in character before you start taking turns. Because you 100% had an entire free round to hit that guy with everything you had, and now he has just gotten up, and he is ready to just keep fighting.
Totally fine, and he's kicking the shit out of the big guy.
But clearly, with another round, we'll have him.
Well, you got to stun him, and then you'll get another round.
It's wishful thinking. Say, I don't know where to hit it to be effective. The only thing that seemed to work was a dagger to the brain.
I hear that humans hurt if you hit them in the balls.
I mean,
It's not human.
It's not human, that's true.
You hear from a
Ooh.
darkness.
I mean, I can try to hit it in the nuts, in the non-existent nuts.
Do you...
I could try another surprise attack.
Should I hold it? What if I can hold its head so you can, like, slit its throat or try and cut it off or something?
That sounds like a plan for you and Carten.
V, it is on fire.
That's okay. I'm not that scared of fire. Oh,
Then go for it.
okay. You guys want me to try and grapple it again?
Don't hold it, I guess. I think that's probably our best bet.
Okay. I'll run up and I'll try to grapple it again. And I'll use momentum this time if you guys are cool with that, because I feel like getting him grappled will be a huge boon for us.
Yep.
I agree.
Go for it.
When you hit him with the dagger, what does the dagger of deadliness do specifically? Did we figure out what stunned him?
I think
it was just the massive amounts of damage.
Did a ton of damage to his head. The dagger of deadliness, when it rolls max on both die, it does even more damage, but I didn't do that. So it's still, which is good, because we would not have the dagger of deadliness any longer if that was the case, and it seems to, we need that back.
It needs that back. Okay.
It's a good thing I used momentum, because I went from a 7 to a 18.
And this was attempting to grapple him again, right?
Get on his back, though, so he can't headbutt you with the dagger.
Yeah, so you climb up, and you try to wrap around him, and he reaches back, and he pulls you off of his back, and he slams you down into the floor.
Neither one of those were good rolls, guys. I'm sorry.
It's all good, man. All right, well, let's go. We don't have an...
I don't. I take like a step back. My resolve's starting to go a little bit. This thing is fucking terrifying.
We may need to flee.
You want to try to gather yourselves and run?
Yes, I would.
Mm-hmm.
would
Maybe
just go.
You'd hear V call out when he lands, aim for its eyes.
do we have momentum to steal enough again? And we
Yeah.
give it.
You do.
Do you guys want to try to steal, and then I can try and snipe him again?
Yeah, see if you can't blind him. Maybe that would significantly hinder at least his like accuracy in attacking or probably
go for
defending.
it.
So we will steal. Car's going to, from the shadows, pull his force bow from his back, and he's going to take an aim at his front of his face, and he's going to take a shot from the darkness.
We're going to lose all of Car's daggers in this thing's head. We'll still be running around
my
at
arrows,
us.
18?
That's why I used the bow. The arrows come back. 18 to hit.
That's a crit.
Fuck yeah! Right in the kisser. So that's going to be that. That does 3 damage, so 6 damage to his face.
6 damage to his face, drops him to a knee as he falls into the stun state again.
Attack now. He is stunned.
Use something sharp.
Okay.
Let's try to take his head off.
Yeah, I've already used my turn, so I can't try to grab something.
Who wants to go next?
Can't hear you, James.
I don't have anything sharp. That's the problem. I have radiance. I guess I could. Well.
I mean, you're in a clinic. There's lots of sharp things lying around.
What would the test to pull the dagger out be? Is that a task?
It would be a deed to try to pull the dagger out of his head.
Was the bone saw that the doctor used earlier carried into this room by any chance?
I think it was left in the sick call.
I can go first and look around for something sharp.
Yeah, go for it.
Try.
Would you like a study test?
Looking around, you would find like a little handsaw on one of the shelves.
Okay. Alrin will grab that and bring it back to Najee.
Najee, he hands you the handsaw.
Okay. Yes, I was thinking maybe if I can get the end of my staff into an open wound, maybe the radiance from inside will undo it.
It is an excellent thought. I shall read the liturgy of severing while you work.
All right, and I'll
making up liturgies now.
Really, from the book of.
You raise the saw into the air and you drag it into the neck. Go ahead and make an attack roll for me.
Uh, 10.
Yeah, the bone saw breaks like not even halfway through the neck, and it's just stuck in his flesh.
Fuck.
Rip his head off, V.
You can already tell that he's starting to heal. So this is your guys' last chance to like run. Before he's gonna rise again, and you're gonna have to fight him down again.
The thing is, you said he was healing though too, right? Like his wounds seem to be like stitching back together and shit. Yeah, dude, we're never gonna be able to take this thing. Right? We should run.
I have one more idea I could do.
I will not run if nobody else does.
You see,
This is a bad idea.
Carr has already lowered himself down and opened the window.
End of the round.
Standing in the window.
End of the round. Sounds like we're sticking around. So he's gonna rise with 2, and he's gonna turn, and he's going to strike Najee. He swings out with an arm to strike you. Go ahead and make a brawn defend for me.
Before I look at the result, can I use my can I use momentum on this? Do we have momentum, or we use it all?
Yeah, you have momentum. You got 1 momentum.
Can you
Go
use
for it,
it?
man.
Yeah. Okay. Does that make it easy? Do I reroll, or does it just lower? It's a reroll, right?
Actually, you had 3 momentum.
It's a reroll, correct?
Yeah.
That's significantly better. That's a 24 to defend.
24 blocks his strike. The trembles and vibrations running through your bow cause your whole body to shake.
Yeah. I'll like use the bow and I'll redirect it into the shield, which will redirect it into the floor next to me.
Okay. And we're at the top of the next round. I'm not going to take it yet.
Stun him again.
Yeah, Car's gonna probably haul ass out of the window after this, though, guys.
Go for it. If you can stun him, I have an idea.
Or shot at him again. That is 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 with the bow.
He shifts into that shot and it sinks into his shoulder. He just barely even flinches.
And then Car's like, you see him come from the shadows and he's out the window.
Car's in the courtyard.
Yeah.
So we missed
We
the
can't
head
take
on
the
that
thing.
one.
We can't take this thing
Sure did.
while it's not stunned.
Well, he probably wouldn't have stunned him anyways, but because he had a bunch of stack damage the other 2 times he was stunned. Who's up next? He has not taken initiative yet.
I'll go and try my thing, and if this doesn't work, you guys can just get the fuck out of here. I'm going to run up at him as he's still down, and I'm just going to try and punch him as hard as I can in the head with a powered strike.
Okay.
Using my life force, and then I'll use the power that I stored in the ring from my last powered strike to increase the damage a little bit more.
Okay.
Like, I'm just going for brute force straight into his head and hope that, if I can completely destroy his head. Can I use momentum, guys? Can I use momentum?
Yeah, go for it, man. If we got it, use it.
Yeah.
24.
You successfully strike him in the head. How much damage is that?
So 3 base, 2 from powered strike, and what does the blood magic ring add to it again? Let's see.
The skin sizzles and fries off of his face as you guys can see his fists make like full contact with the skeletal structure of the skull.
Did it an extra 1 necrotic damage to him?
He drops to 1 knee stunned.
Does that open up like a wound on his face?
Not really.
I get another strike. I'm gonna try to punch him in the head again with another powered strike. And I am. Hold on. I gotta mark down the damage and shit that I'm taking to try to do all of this. Is this easy since he's stunned?
Yep.
$16.
That hits. What was the damage?
Another 5 damage to his head.
Head's still there. He's still stunned.
But am I doing like damage to his head at all? Am I like caving through his skull?
Yeah, like his skull is like snapping and breaking.
Oh god. Okay.
Who's up next?
Assuming I wouldn't have time to like try and pull out the brain from the skull hole.
I think you've done everything you can do this turn.
I guess I will go, and I'm gonna try to hit him in one of his wounds with the bow staff, which is also enhanced.
Towards the hole I made in his head.
Yeah, I will.
Here.
I'll try to aim for that. That's cool.
Yeah, sure. It's gonna be different.
adrenaline for my adrenaline thing I choose for this one is my first attack is easy this turn. So I'm gonna make it easy. Do we have momentum or do we use it all?
No, you've got 1 momentum.
You okay with me taking it?
Go for it. This is our last chance to take this thing down. If this doesn't work, V's running too.
He might punch you out there. You might not have to run.
That's true.
I roll a 10 and a 9 on the 2d10s, plus 7 with the enhanced weapon plus 1. So 26?
How do you want to do this?
Yeah. Whew. I'll reaction to pump. I use my reaction to pump some more force into it through my ordained weapons as well. So, yeah, I will pop it once where he started caving in the skull. Imagine it pops out the dagger, and then I'll just turn the staff around and I'll pop like the inside and burst the magical energy in straight into his brain.
The brain starts to leak out of the shattered skulls. The whole massive body falls forward and hits the ground. The brain just like melting away. The skull shattered pieces. The eyes burst.
Oh. I'll like stagger back and catch myself like I didn't think we were going to take it down. You are impressive as I look at V.
You'll see him like panting, and he'll look almost even a little bit more withered than he did at the start of the fight.
All right. Are you all right? That took a lot out of you too, did it not?
Yeah, he needed some extra oomph that taxes me.
Right. Well, rest for a moment, and I'm going to I don't know, try to like saw. He's undead, so I'm super concerned. I'm gonna go find some other saw, like medical saw or something other sharp, and I'm gonna try to cut his head off.
You're gonna go back to like the sick hall?
Yes, I guess.
Okay.
Whatever. I don't want this thing coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
If Carr has figured out that they've dispatched it, he'll come slinking back into the room.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
The rest of you are just gonna wait in the room while he goes to find something.
No, if he signals for to remove the head, Carr will just retract his 2 silver blades and start working on the huge neck of it.
Right.
And then retrieve the dagger.
You retract the blade and you start forward. And I'm going to spend 4 momentum.
No.
The head starts to recreate itself. And it starts to rise from the ground again.
We're gonna light this shit on fire.
And that's where we're going to end our session for the night.
Oh God! I see. I knew it.
I don't have enough round to make that, guys. I cast one more spell and I'm down.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys chose to stay, just fight that thing out.
I mean, I thought that liquefying its
I was sending
brain
a
was
pretty clear
gonna work.
message. Chris, did you feel like I was sending a pretty clear message?
I read it.
Yeah.
I got the message
mean,
I'm not
too,
there.
but it wasn't happening.